The thing I was saying yesterday to Richard Christie, you know, he was telling me a story. Gary passed it on to me. Richard goes on, I think it was Saturday or Sunday, over the weekend. He found a place. It's all you can eat and drink, and you pay one price.
All you can eat and drink?
Yeah, all you can eat and drink, and you pay a price. And these places do well because for every person that drinks, you know, 5 glasses of wine or something, you get the person in there who doesn't drink. Or you get the person who has a small portion or something like that. So he's telling me, he found the place. He sat there all day. Richard, come on in here. This guy is such a schnurrer.
Look at how big he's getting.
He's getting very fat. And I could see why. He finds a place. He pays his way. You got very fat, by the way. I noticed yesterday.
It's all muscle.
No, you've gotten heavy.
You look like Uncle Fester with the bald head. Right?
No, give me a chance to talk to Richard for 1 second. I want to find out, A, why you're so heavy, and tell me about this place you found. How much does it cost to eat and drink there all day?
Well, it's not all you can eat. You order a brunch item.
I see.
Like a breakfast burrito or pancakes. And it's all you can drink. I think it's like $10.
$10?
All you can drink?
Yeah.
All you can drink?
Uh-huh.
Now, how long did you sit there?
6 hours.
6 hours you sat there. How much did you drink for $10?
Well, they had to the other day. Well, we've been going there for quite a few weekends now. We love this place. And the other day they had to run and make a champagne run and get more because we drank all of
dry.
it. Yeah.
Now, when you say we, you mean you and your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Go? Okay, and you each pay $10. You get some kind of food. And can you imagine when this guy walks in, they break the bank? I mean, this goes on almost every weekend when he's in town.
He's going to run them out of business.
Yeah, they must shudder when you walk through the door.
Well, they do have a limit. I think it's an hour limit, but at this certain place, we know the bartender, so...
Oh, it is an hour limit?
Yeah.
Ah, well, that says he somehow managed to sit there for 6 hours.
Yeah.
How much champagne did you consume in 6 hours?
I would get... Well, my girlfriend doesn't drink near as much as me. I drink what I call 𝗦𝗵ici𝘄.
Right.
They're in a beer mug. It's a mimosa in a beer mug.
Right.
And
what is in a mimosa? Champagne and orange juice?
Yeah.
And you drink? Why do you swill those in a beer mug? You can get them in quicker?
Just, because they don't... If it's in a champagne glass, they're coming back every 2 seconds because I can do that like a shot.
Yeah, there's probably about 4 or 5 in a beer mug.
Yeah.
So how much champagne would you say you consume? How many bottles?
I would guess 5 or 6 at least.
God. Oh, my God. So, I mean, you break the bank there, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's cheap champagne. They buy, like, Cooks.
We know.
So they're still not doing too bad.
We figured that. So what's going to be
Why
with you?
waste good champagne on you?
Are they going to ban you from the restaurant, or are they going to... Because you're what I call a schnurrer or a chazer. I'm not even sure what you are. I'm not sure what you are.
Well, I don't know what either of those means. So I don't know either.
What's the distinction?
Well, a chazer is somebody who would go into a place, pay $10, and just sit there all day and drink. But a schnurrer would be someone who grudges you until you become a chazer.
He's actually bug out. He's a schnazzer.
He grudges you till you become a schnurrer and a chazer.
Yeah, the idea that, this poor bartender now, has to deal with him, he passed the limit. I think he's a schnurrer.
I call it being a good businessman, because I'm going in, drinking.
$10.
For $10.
It's unbelievable. I'm surprised they haven't banned you from the place.
They probably will one of these days.
But
we're good customers.
You're a full-blown alcoholic now, right?
No, not at all.
What would be a full-blown alcoholic?
I'll tell you why I think he's an alcoholic. When you went on a train trip, you packed a suitcase full of champagne. And to me, if you're packing, alcohol on a train trip, you're thinking too much about how you're going to get your next drink.
I have some friends, and they came to visit, and the first thing they pulled out of their suitcase was a couple of bottles.
Well, it's fun.
I knew they had a problem.
Right.
That's not a problem. That's called being on vacation.
How many you drink every day of the week?
No.
Be honest.
I didn't drink last night, I swear.
Really?
I'll have a glass of wine. During the week, I'm really good.
Did you have a glass of wine last night?
No, not last night.
Right.
But what do you consider a full-blown alcoholic?
Well, a lot of people would... you guys will probably consider me an alcoholic. To me, an alcoholic is somebody that they can drink like a whole bottle of vodka, that it controls their life. They can't go a day without it. I can go days and I could go weeks without it, but I don't drink.
When you drink champagne, you're drinking bottles of champagne. I mean, you're going through how many bottles did you say?
Well, just guessing 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
That's unreal.
In one sitting.
Yeah.
Richard, do you think the definition of an alcoholic is someone who has to be removed from an airplane in a wheelchair because they're too drunk to walk?
That was one time, Gary.
And what, you don't care about your weight anymore? For a while you were caring. Yeah,
well, I always care, but it's so hard. You know, the restaurants in New York are awesome. There's such good
So are the
food.
gyms.
But, you know, you're folding your arms over your belly now, and, I mean...
A belly's hard to get rid of. I mean, especially when you get older. You know how it is.
I know it's hard, but, I mean, you've given up.
Dude, you're 32.
Yeah. When you get older. Right. How old are you?
35.
35.
When you get older.
I mean, I'm 55. Okay, I might have an issue. I don't know, man. You're still a young guy.
Yeah, I'm trying. You know what I've been doing is I walk up my stairs in my apartment, so...
Wow.
I've been trying.
Yeah,
and running.
Walks all the way up to his apartment.
And I go
was
to the
sitting
gym.
behind him at the movies yesterday. His head was sweating.
Oh,
He
really?
just shaved his head. And he really does look like Curly from the Three Stooges now because he's that heavy.
Big round head.
I said, what is with your head sweating so badly?
Your head sweat.
I just got off the subway. It's hot down there.
No. Did you shower last night?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I said to him, maybe you ought to shower. You're kind of sweaty. Yeah, I might shower tonight.
I was tired.
And you went home and you didn't shower. God, I don't even understand. It's such a good feeling to take a shower.
Yeah.
When you're tired, too, isn't it great just to lay there under the water and just relax, towel off, and then
helps you sleep.
And then just go. Yes, it helps you sleep. Just go to bed afterwards.
Especially if your head's been sweating.
Yeah, I just didn't think about it. I forgot, I guess.
Yeah.
Richard, you want to know the definition of an alcoholic? Because I've been to a bunch of therapy meetings and group therapy, and this is one definition of it, and this is the one I believe. You could have a drink twice a year, but when you drink, it drastically changes your personality to where you have problems. It creates issues in your life. That's what alcohol does to you. And you clearly do that at least twice a week.
Yeah, but you guys...
So that could be... I believe you're an alcoholic.
But you guys aren't around me. My personality doesn't really change.
You were on a wheelchair.
Your personality.
You were at Howard and Beth's engagement party. You were grotesque with your shirt off, yelling. Your personality drastically changes, and this is coming from an alcoholic. I mean, when I go to an NA meeting or an AA meeting, I have to get up and say, "Hi, I'm Artie Lange. I'm everything." You know, so I know this. Howard, his personality, he becomes a jerk off.
Well, around you guys, I'm a little different because we don't ever get to party that much. I get a little wild when I get the chance to hang out with you guys.
Richard, 5 bottles of champagne at some $10 brunch with your girlfriend.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
You think that when you've had all of that booze, you're the same as you always are?
I'm a little happier, I guess.
Here's Mike.
Personality.
Mike says he knows what's going on here. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
Morning. Hey, now.
Hey, now.
Richard is what you call a binge drinker. I'm a physician. I've been in medicine for about 30 years. And he's the kind of guy we get in middle school, actually, the 15-year-olds to go out and drink till they can't drink anymore and come in, and they wake up the next day, they say they feel fine. So alcoholism is not an everyday event. It's an event in time where you drink to the point that it's unhealthy.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty good definition.
And that's the thing with him. Every time he drinks to get drunk. It's not just about having a drink.
No, trust me, I love the taste of champagne. Even if I didn't get drunk, I would just drink it because I love it.
But
then you're also gay.
Drunk, you're not. You don't drink anything that much that doesn't get you drunk.
Right.
Well, that helps. I like being
I want to know
drunk,
the place that's for $10 you can drink for 6 hours. That's
you want to go
cool,
with
right?
this?
Yeah. What is the name of this place?
𝗦𝗵cie𝘄's in Long Island City.
𝗦𝗵cie𝘄's.
Yeah.
You go over there and you love it.
Yeah, but they're not going to
he's
let
doing.
anybody do this, you know.
Right.
Look at what he's doing. Do you live in Long Island City?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's how he finds these places.
Yeah, we were
stagger home.
We used to have to go all the way to 9th Avenue for the all-you-can-drink brunches. I think we're banned from there, though.
Terry, you're on the air.
Hi, Howard. I love your show.
Thanks.
I was at a seminar on alcoholism a month ago, and they said there are several types of alcoholics. One is they drink every day, but you can drink every 3 months. But if you're binge drinking when you're drinking, you're an alcoholic.
Right.
Yeah,
That would be the definition of Richard.
And I'll give you an example. Richard got so drunk at a wine tasting that he peed all over the flowers in front of people. Like, you just whipped out your penis and started peeing in front of them, right? So.
And that's how you normally are.
No, not normally. I was with Sal. We were having a good time out in Sonoma.
God help us.
Yeah, I mean, the point is, his personality does drastically change.
Richard, let me tell you something. I agree with this woman, and I don't want to be a hypocrite. When I was, I think, 20 years old, I got so drunk, and my buddies drank the same amount as me, but they're not alcoholics. I got so drunk, we were in a bar that I had one of those basketball games where you shoot and it comes down.
Yeah.
I fell asleep inside the game. I passed out. So the bouncers had to say, no one can play anymore because it's out of order.
Wow.
They played a trick on me. They locked up, closed the bar. I woke up at 5 a.m. alone in the bar, and I had to break out. So that's an alcoholic. You understand? Like, my behavior changed. Pissing in plants, taking your shirt off at Howard and Beth's engagement party, being red and yelling. You're an alcoholic. I'm telling you right now.
And I'm not really denying that. I mean, a lot of...
Well, you just did.
Well, to me, I mean, I can still control myself. I walked out of that brunch on Sunday, and I was fine.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm saying you might not be, but who knows?
But Howard, even you say on the weekends now you drink a lot, too.
Oh, please.
We between the two of us, the most, we drink 1 bottle of wine, which is 2 glasses.
And he's not getting naked running down the fucking beach.
And I do definitely get buzzed and I feel good, but I don't think I do anything weird that I wouldn't do normally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He might be a little more talkative.
Yeah, or less.
Look, Robin gets drunk and yells shit at Tiger Woods at golf matches.
Hey, what's up, Will, you sexy bitch?
Yeah, remember this?
All right, I'm going to leave you a message, and listen to this. I'm going to take a piss right on the phone right here, because dude, I'm wasted. You little sexy bastard, you. You want to hear me get all worked up? You love it, you little bitch. All right, here we go. I'm taking a piss right now. I just pissed on my shirt. All right, listen to this little bitch. Did you hear that? I took a leak. Dude, I'm wasted. I'm taking a leak right in Manhattan on 42nd Street. Oh, you love it.
Wow.
You just want to hear me take a leak. You love this stuff. You turned on my hot, sexy, hairless body. You just wish you could... I just took a leak. Dude, I'm wasted. I'm taking a leak right in Manhattan on 42nd Street. Oh, you love it. You just want to hear me take a leak. You love this stuff.
He's right. His personality doesn't change.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm that annoying all the time.
That's when you still liked Will, by the way. You used to call him.
I'm fine with Will. I was smacking his ass the other day.
I thought that you guys were fighting. And
that's the reason you weren't walking in the hall and talking.
No, we're fine.
Or was it Jason that gets
Well, Jason freaked out on me on the wrap-up show, but me and Will are fine.
You're okay now?
Yeah, It was a little weird there for a little bit. But, by the way, that night that I left that message, that was a fun night. I went on a booze cruise, and me and my buddy, we drank so much we were throwing the deck chairs off of the booze cruise.
That's what I mean.
That's an alcoholic.
You're acting bizarre.
Yeah,
but on a booze cruise,
you.
That's why they call it a booze cruise. You get boozed up.
Do you still feel comfortable peeing for Will? Like, do you like to call him still? And,
now that he's married.
Comment on his ass.
Yeah.
I've matured a little.
Do you think Will really loved hearing you pee?
I think he came in Monday morning and said he loved it. Yeah.
He loves it. He loves to hear what you're doing.
Tell your wife I'm jealous of that bitch lying with you. You should be lying with me while I piss on my phone.
Don't you think that drunken little rap there, and I'm sexy and I have a sexy hairless body, don't you think that's a very, like, in my most drunk state, I don't think I ever said to a guy, you love my hairless body.
Would that be a dangerous personality change?
Yeah, I mean, don't you think you're a little bit gay?
You never, like, walked up and smacked a guy in the ass when you're drunk or hugged him or anything?
I've hugged a guy.
Dry-humped them.
I've hugged a guy and said, hey, you're my bro or something, but I've never, like, said, you love my hairless body. It just doesn't occur to me.
You don't try to come on to them?
No.
I was just trying to be goofy and funny.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
didn't work.
Way for it to go.
Goofy, yes. Funny, I don't know.
No. I said I was trying. I didn't say I succeeded.
It's hard when you're drunk.
Well, Howard, what do you think about me with the Queer Eye guys? Do you think that means I have gay tendencies? Or is it different because he took the time to call a man?
Yeah, I don't know. That was for the camera. Yeah. I know you were trying hard on that. I was like...
Well, I was drunk off my ass.
Yeah. All right, Richard. Thank you. Richard Christie, the great Richard Christie.
Hey, Howard. You know something I was thinking about the other day, too?
Bye, Richard.
Go ahead, bud.
You know, Brian Phelan's been working here for like 12 years now. And not once. He's never come in on the show and gotten naked.
Right.
That's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Do you think he wants to be naked on the show?
I think it'd be hilarious if Brian Phelan got naked on the show.
Have you talked to him about it?
Yeah, I mentioned it to him.
And what did he say?
He seemed a little like he didn't want to do it, but he might do it.
Yeah.
But you're a great writer.
Brian, you want to come and be naked on the show?
Richard has an idea for you.
He'd love it. He'd love it.
When did you write that idea?
Took me a while. I've been working on it for a couple of years.
But wouldn't it be fun?
I call Brian the cuddler. He's like the cuddliest guy around here.
Thank you.
And he's just so cute. Like, he's just big and cute like a big bear, you know?
Right.
He's at least by.
A bear? Yeah, but a bear, that's the exact term.
Right, and he's not even drunk yet.
That's the exact term a gay guy uses.
Yeah.
A bear.
Right.
They say a bear.
You should try it, Howard. Just hug him. It feels
We've
good.
hugged.
Yeah, I mean, in New Orleans we hugged.
Yeah, we've hugged.
Yeah, I've hugged him.
But did you like...
didn't want to repeat that.
No, I didn't rub his tits like you just did.
You haven't said, boy, I need to hug him again.
Yeah. All right, Richard, we're up to some strange things. I thought we'd check in with you.
Howard, thanks, Howard.
All right, thanks, Brian. Brian, keep your clothes on, all right?
Thanks, yeah, I'm going to try that.
All right. What is it, Gary?
I was going to say, did you see the email Richard sent out the other day about Brian with the naked picture?
No, I didn't get that.
Maybe he just sent it to me, but it just gets creepier every day. Richard, I don't know where he's looking at this stuff, but he found it's like a calendar for gay guys who are into obese men.
Right.
So he sent me the whole
Why didn't I get that?
He sent the whole calendar, and he goes,
why didn't I get an offer?
I think you deleted it.
Doesn't March look exactly like Brian Phelan? It was
Mr. March.
Butt naked.
He loves me.
It was so weird. It was creepy. I was looking at a fat naked guy that I didn't ask for.
What it was is I saw the funniest show this weekend on MTV. They have a show called True Life. And it was this guy that's 500 pounds, but he's gay. But all these really good-looking buff gay guys fly into Memphis to see him because they love that there's a 500-pound gay guy. They call him like chubby chasers or something.
Yeah.
And so the gay guy made a calendar of himself, the 500-pound guy, like in various poses and totally nude. And I guess he's doing real good selling these calendars.
Wow.
There he is.
He does look a little like Brian.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Oh, my.
Boys, what
Lovely.
can I tell you? All right.
He's strange.
Yeah. Brian,
Yes,
thank
he
you.
is.
And Richard, how much you weigh now?
215.
Wow. Brian, what are you weighing? You're getting big, too.
I probably weigh about 250-something.
250?
Yeah.
I think you might be a little higher than that.
Maybe 260.
Wow, you boys are getting big. I don't know. Everyone around here is letting themselves get big.
It's hard with these hours and stuff. I don't know how you do it, Howard.
I control myself. I try not to eat so much all day.
It's summertime now, too. Drinking and...
You know, I'm
burgers.
down to about 230.
Are you? Wow, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm getting close to Richard. But what Richard's saying, you know what's the hardest part about it is this schedule with the road. And I'm not doing a WAD thing, but on the road, you eat like shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you put it on. But lately, I've actually been addicted to the gym and hoops. And I've dropped like almost 65 pounds.
Wow, that's terrific.
Wow,
You know,
very quietly.
Yeah, so,
Jason's over 300 pounds.
Is he over 300?
Over 300 pounds?
I think so. I know he's pushing 300.
Wow.
You know, everyone here's a big fat ass.
Except you and Fred and Will.
And Artie.
Jason, where are you at now?
I'm not over 300 pounds. I'm not at any good weight, but it's not over 300.
No? Are you 300?
I'll get on the scale.
Go ahead. Are you 300?
Yeah.
I bet you 300.
Take everything out of your pocket. There you go.
Might as well take your shoes off. Got to be at least 285, 290.
Take your stomach off.
290.
290, 289.
Yep.
289.
290. All right, you're not at 300 yet.
Where did you get the information that he was 300?
Somebody told me they thought he was hit the 300.
Well, Robin, he's not that far off. I mean,
Rob, we're talking 10
no,
pounds.
I just thought it was somebody who knew.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight to carry around.
He's a bacon, egg, and cheese away from 300.
Yeah, lunch, he'll be 300.
All right, Stephen, you're on the air. Hi, what's happening?
Yeah, regarding Richard, and almost like he's denying he's an alcoholic and stuff. I feel like I'm in the same boat as him. I drink probably as much as him. I like to pack it on trips. And the only difference between me and another alcoholic is I haven't gone to a meetings or I haven't been seeking therapy. I mean, what you just said about what makes an alcoholic made me feel guilty as hell, and I don't know how he doesn't accept that. So, I mean, you ought to send him to a lab and, like, get his liver enzymes checked and see how bad. Maybe that'll
he's drinking a little too much. Yeah. I mean, if you're drinking more than 2 glasses a night...
Yeah, Howard?
...is a problem.
Yeah, because I think they consider that, like, like, it doesn't matter when you drink. It's when you sit down and drink. Do you usually have more than 5 drinks?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Then you're an alcoholic.
Yeah. No, he is.
There's so many definitions he's hitting.
Right.
You hit a lot of definitions. Dave, go ahead. His personality's changing. He's drinking more than 2 drinks.
Yeah.
He's there.
I can't argue.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dave.
How's it going, guys? Yeah, a few years ago, I went to a psychiatrist after I lost my job in the insurance industry. I was making about $100,000 as a claims manager, and so I'm sitting across from the psychiatrist, and he says to me, you know, there's all sorts of diagnoses as an alcoholic. You got the classic alcoholic who sits in the alleyway drinking wine every day. He goes, but you're what you call a social alcoholic. He goes, because you can go 7-10 days without a drink, but if you're put in a social situation, it's a 100-yard dash to Drunkville.
He's
pretty much.
He's a drunk. He's an alcoholic.
That actually sounds a lot like me. I love just to be around people and have a good time, and that usually always involves drinking.
Yeah, I'm worried about you.
Working for her. It's
coffee in my butthole doesn't do what you do when you drink 50 gallons of champagne.
But I'm not putting it up my butthole.
Yeah, but you're going
to be better off.
You're going to put Brian up your butthole, it sounds like.
All right, thank you, Richard.
You big bear.
Hey, real quick, Howard, since we're talking about my addictions, can we talk about something with Sal that's really funny?
Sure, what do you got?
You remember, who was that baseball player that boxed Danny Bonaducci?
𝗛cie𝘄𝗿𝗍.
Yeah.
Jose Canseco.
He came in with those fake cigarettes, those mechanical cigarettes.
Yeah.
Sal has gone crazy with those things. Like,
yeah, I know. I heard and I heard they're banning them or something.
Well, that's what everybody's saying. And like, people come in, somebody came into Sal the other day in our office, and they go, you know, Sal, they're banning those everywhere, and they're supposed to be supposedly dangerous. And Sal takes a puff off his cigarette. He goes, I'll have to look into that. Meanwhile, he's been smoking the thing. And
you know what? Listen to me. You worry about you with the champagne and all the alcohol. Limit yourself to 2 glasses.
Oh, forget it, Howard.
That's
Robin.
No fun.
That's ridiculous.
This is what's going to prove to him he's an alcoholic. You're not allowed to have more than 2 drinks a day.
That's
a given day. And you can't wait.
On Saturday, he can save them all up.
That's what I was going to say. If I don't drink during the week.
No more than 2 drinks a day.
Well, how big are the glasses?
Not in a beer mug, either. I'm talking about...
Does a bottle be considered a drink?
He'll get one of those water jugs
I'll get a
keg.
Thank you. Really, see if you can limit yourself to that.
Listen to Howard, man. He helped me. I'm like a poster boy for this shit. I'm 3 months clean. I've never felt better. It's a better life, dude. You want to walk around slurring your words and all those other...
Yes, he does.
I mean, you know, it really is a better life.
Right.
You know, just work on it.
Yeah.
He's seen sober, and it's boring.
Yeah. Well, it ain't boring.
All right, Richard, thank you.
Thank you, Howard. I will heed your advice, too, I promise.
Do I need to take a break here?
We do.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back right after these. Hey, you know, let me see you play a little homeless game here.
Are we supposed to be doing this every day?
I am. That's why I'm trying to get to it. Jim, you're on the air, and Joan Rivers is going to stop by. I want to say hi to Joan. Jim, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Howard. How about you?
Good. All right. You ready to play?
Yeah.
I got $500 from mangroomer.com, the makers of the essential do-it-yourself electric back hair shaver. Just launched their new private body shaver for the groin and underarms. Mangroomer.com. Maintain yourself. That's their slogan. Maintain yourself.
Well, you could use that. You're always liking to keep that area pristine.
Yeah, I've been lazy about it lately.
Maybe you need a special appliance.
I'm like an ape. I actually have been trying to shave down for a couple of days now. I never have the time. I'm busy.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'm on the road again. Here I am. I haven't taken a shave.
Here I am.
I needed to groom that bush. It's nice. It's longer than my penis now. Those hairs.
I think he's a grower, though.
I'm a grower.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can grow.
We know he's a grower. We've heard the measurement, but I'm wondering, you know, what he shows.
Changes throughout the day, but pretty much, you know, when I run in the bathroom here during the show, it's always disappointing. I unfurl my pants and the hairs, they're longer than the actual shaft.
Well, how do you pee? Do you have to sit down?
No. What I do is I never touch my penis with my... I have to get my hands dirty with disgusting penis touching.
Yeah, but it has to be more than what you're telling me. Because otherwise you dribble down your...
Shower.
Oh.
According to my...
Can't figure out what's going on.
Yeah, according to my definition. All right, so here we go. We got Jim on the phone. He's from Raleigh, North Carolina. We're going to play a little homeless game. Get, what do we usually do, 3 out of 5?
Yes.
All right, 3 out of 5. I'll give you the $500. I'll give you a practice one, okay?
Okay.
We've been using this guy all week. The only reason I'm playing this is I want to reclaim jaywalking from Jay. We've been doing this for 100 years.
How many days are there in July?
And then this is what the guy said.
In July 28th.
28?
28.
Maybe he thought he said February.
All right, so you with it?
I am.
All right, here we go. Here's your first one.
Yeah. What language is spoken in France?
Now, you would think I can't imagine there's a human being on the planet that wouldn't know this.
I think he's going to say 28.
I don't know where this guy is from.
He sounds like he's Indian.
He might say Belgian or something like, but no, French is, you know what I mean? It's
I think he's going to know this.
Yeah.
I gotta figure he has to know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to know it, Howard. I mean,
All right.
Please.
That's your answer?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
French.
Ah!
Yeah, that was,
Okay.
Yeah, come on, you don't know that. You can't, I don't even see how you can function. All right, so you're on the scoreboard. You got one right. See, it's easy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
All right, Jim, here we go.
Who wrote Hamlet?
Now, this he may not know, being from another culture.
They'll say John Grisham.
I think he'll know Shakespeare.
You think so?
I do. I mean, but then again, don't go by me.
Howard, I'm going to have to disagree with you, King.
All right.
I don't think you'll know it.
All right, let's find out. Who wrote Hamlet?
Who wrote Hamlet? Shakespeare?
Oh, look at this. Man's a genius.
I think that most people, this is the guy we've been playing with all week. He got a lot wrong, but I just think most people know Shakespeare. Somehow that comes across your path.
I can show you some people who don't know Shakespeare.
I wanted William Shakespeare, but we'll take it.
I can't believe he knew that.
You should have gone with me.
I know, always.
All right, here we go.
How many letters are in the alphabet?
Now, every kid learns that there are 26 letters in the alphabet.
You don't know which alphabet he's thinking of.
That's right. He sounds like he's a little bit foreign, so he might not get this right.
Since he's got an accent, I'm going to say he doesn't know it.
He doesn't know it. All right, let's find out.
22?
22.
Thank you.
There you go.
Good logic, man. That's the way to play this game. Good logic.
All you need now is one more out of two. And you get the $500 from mangroomer.com.
How many world wars have there been?
Well, most people, this guy sounds a little bit older to me. He's got to know World War I and World War II.
I'm going to take a chance, Howard, that he does not know that.
Wow.
There's a chance.
All right, let's find out if you're right, and let's see if you now have $500. I say he's got to know it.
Well, there is
I think so.
There is a technicality if you're a sports fan. Some people call the Thriller in Manila World War III.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
Here's another theory. He might interpret the question, how many wars have there been in the world?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Well, nobody's got a number on that.
Yeah, but, you know, an average person would know what we're talking about.
All right, what is your answer again? You say he will not know that there are 2 world wars.
He will not know it.
Okay, here we go.
3.
Up, you won. It's that simple. You did it real quick. You won $500 from mangroomer.com. The makers of the essential do-it-yourself electric back hair shaver just launched their new private body shaver for the groin and underarms. Mangroomer.com. Maintain yourself.
Howard, thanks a lot, man. Love you guys.
All right, brother. I'm going to put you back on hold here, all right?
Okay.
So you can collect your prize. And we go hit that little button, and you should be okay.
Howard, can we hear the other one?
Sure.
What continent is the USA part of?
He don't know that.
No.
I'd say no.
Which continent? North America?
Wow.
He got it.
How does he know that?
I don't know. I don't know how he knows anything.
If he didn't know there were 2 world wars, how the hell do you know that? Knowledge is random.
What sport does Serena Williams play?
Oh, forget it. I don't think he's a tennis fan.
Yeah, me neither.
I'll bet $1,000 to anyone who thinks he'll get this.
I don't think he'll get it.
Tennis?
Oh, my God! The shame. Put us all to shame.
Someone should have taken it.
Oh.
How do you spell definitely?
No way.
Won't get it.
Is this Bob Levy you were asking?
He's going to use the 28 letters of the alphabet.
22.
22.
Well, here we go. I'll give you the answer right now. If he gets this, there's no way.
A, D, E, F, A, I, F, D, E, F, A, I,
We're done.
E, T, L, Y.
He had to get something wrong.
What branch of the armed forces uses the initials USMC?
Oh, stop.
I say he won't know this.
No, he doesn't know this.
I mean, he should know it. It's not that hard.
Wait a minute. It's the United States Marine Corps,
Yeah.
correct?
He's not going to know.
All right.
He'd have no reason to know that.
I think he will know it.
He was a Marine.
Unless he lived in an invading country or something.
He was a Marine.
Well, they're currently fighting World War III, so maybe he does know.
That's true.
Gomer Pyle came to my town.
USMC, United States Military Cabinet C.
What?
Yeah.
What did he call it?
Cabinet C.
United States Military Cabinet.
Wow.
United States Moronic Cabby.
USMC, United States Military Cabinet C.
What's that last one?
I don't know.
I think he's saying cab receipt.
Cab receipt?
I think
United States Military Cameron Diaz.
Abracadabra seat.
I wondered.
You know, I didn't think he'd know that.
No, he had to know that.
What did the letters FDA stand for?
No way. If he doesn't know USMC. No. Food and Drug Administration is a tough one.
Fuck them Americans.
But I don't know. Like, that's in the news
Federal
all the time.
Dummies Association?
FDA, Federal Department of Agriculture or something like that.
Yeah, enough.
Who is the mayor of New York City?
You should know that. This was in New York City.
Mayor Juberg.
Everybody knows Bloomberg.
Bloomberg.
See, the guys who live in the city know.
Yeah.
Because they go to a lot of those shelters.
They have direct contact with them.
They have a lot of the services that are provided by Mayor Bloomberg.
It's probably on his hack license.
And his check.
What is
50% of
die broke officially, or did he get any more cash?
Well, he had a lot of financial problems at the end of his life.
Hi-oh.
He was, I guess, hospitalized for pneumonia and a lot of other medical issues. 86 years old.
Yeah, you know, it's unbelievable. Ed McMahon had the most incredibly charmed life. Up until the end, he had some problems, but here was a guy who was like sort of like a carnival barker type, you know? I mean, he wanted to be an announcer. And he hooked
Wasn't he a radio guy?
Yeah, I think he was eventually, but he ended up being with Johnny Carson. And
he was a radio guy in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
He did a lot of stuff there, yeah.
He started with Johnny on that game show.
Right.
Yeah, I think King of Cable's on Fox News giving a tribute right now.
Yeah. Poor Janks is in the joint, otherwise he'd be hard at work.
Yep. Joan Rivers is probably thrilled, I would guess.
You don't think she liked Ed McMahon either?
I don't think so.
I don't think she had a problem with Ed. You know what you should have just said there, Robin, to confuse people? The Tonight Show announcer is dead.
Anyway, so Ed McMahon was a lucky guy in the sense that he became Johnny Carson's right-hand guy, his sidekick. And Ed knew how to play it. He was really actually pretty good with Johnny. He would do those bits.
The Karnak bit was
and he would do them.
A big deal.
He'd laugh at some of Johnny's stuff. He kind of knew when to lay back. He knew when to come in. He knew how to work with Johnny.
Yeah. And he did those live commercials.
Yeah, he was terrific. But I mean, a simple, you know, it looks simple, actually, when you think about it. But, you know, we got to give the guy some credit. We got to give him some credit because, you see, like Stuttering John went off to be the announcer on the Tonight Show, and he said, "I'm going to be like Ed McMahon."
Right.
No, you're not.
It's not that easy.
And Jay Leno never responded to John in the same way that Ed and Johnny got along.
Yeah, what other announcer has ever done this?
And you even see with Conan now, Andy Richter used to sit next to Conan. They brought him back, and they don't have him sitting next to Conan anymore. That chemistry is very hard to get.
Ed was always on the couch.
Ed didn't mind being second fiddle, and he knew how to play it. And what was amazing about the guy is that he generated $80 million. He was worth $80 million at one point. I remember interviewing him.
Well, he parlayed it into, you know, Dick Clark was a good friend of his.
Yep.
And Dick Clark was always giving him work. He gave him, you know, hosting of those video shows where you play the outtakes.
He co-owned the bloopers, I believe, with Dick Clark.
Wow.
He had part
how
ownership
did he
in it.
run out of money?
And Ed was a hero in the United States military, by the way, which is was brought up a couple of times on our show when we had him on.
Yeah, and he hosted Star Search.
Fascinating life.
So the guy was worth $80 million, and what was even equally fascinating was the fact that he lost it all. I mean, when I read in the paper that this guy couldn't even afford his house anymore, and I think the way he lost it was he married a lot of people.
Well, he had a ton of wives,
a ton of wives. And then I guess he made some bad investments or something. I don't know what the hell happened there.
Yeah,
but
the end of his life was bad investments. I don't remember what he invested in, but it didn't work out for him.
I mean, at one point, he was turning to Donald Trump to basically buy his house and bail him out.
But it was ongoing. Every couple of months, the house was in trouble again. He was in fear of losing it.
So I wonder if he left any money behind. Didn't he have a young wife when he died?
He had a wife, and, I think he had a young kid.
Yeah.
Just the
kid
one?
Must be a teenager. No, well, his other kids are adults.
Right.
But
I think he had one kid that died.
Oh, yeah.
He did?
I think so. I don't know.
I know Johnny did. Right.
Yeah, I think Ed, too, but I'm not sure. I think he outlived one of his kids.
You know what else was great about Ed McMahon on that show? Not only just interacting with Carson in the beginning of the show, but when guests like Don Rickles would come on, Rickles would be sitting in between McMahon, knew how to set him up, and he was great with the guests, too. I mean, he was really good at what he did.
But, listen, I was no big fan of Johnny's. And quite frankly, I would consider Ed McMahon the luckiest man in show business. But nevertheless, give him his due. The guy made $80 million sitting there, basically. And
well, that was what his worth was at a certain point in his life. He must have made a lot more than that.
To accumulate $80 million, you can imagine.
That means he made 160.
At least.
Right.
Must have been a nightmare for some woman out there when you marry an old rich guy and then it turns out he went through all his money. That couldn't have been fun. I mean, the fun of marrying.
I married Ed McMahon, the broke one.
Yeah, you don't do that. But, Ed, you are a colorful character, and I always thank you for doing the show, and rest in peace.
You will be missed.
You will be missed. And I'll give it to, I'm going to do my tribute now.
Seemed like a nice, gentle guy.
Hey-oh! Hi-oh! There he goes. There goes Ed, and I know John aspired to be Ed McMahon.
Well, you know what? I'm just thinking Johnny and Ed are reunited.
They are. And I bet you Johnny's running from him right now. Somewhere. 8:29. Hey, is Joan Rivers here yet? I don't want to keep her waiting if she is.
Because we certainly want to hear her take on it.
Yeah, what a timely guest for that. Yeah.
Not yet, Howard.
Because if you remember, Joan Rivers used to be on The Tonight Show a lot. You know, this is a fact probably a lot of people didn't know. She had to audition 8 times before they let her on The Tonight Show. And then she got on. And she, over the years, was such a good guest. And then at one point became the permanent guest host.
Yeah.
That, in fact, her ratings would be higher than the nights that Johnny was on. So they offered her permanent guest host slot.
And she beat out Brenner. Like David Brenner was doing.
She beat out everyone. Yeah. And she became the permanent. And it looked like if she hung in there long enough that she would eventually take over The Tonight Show. And then she made that move where she took a talk show from Fox because her ratings were so high. And that didn't work out too well. I guess on her own show, people liked her on The Tonight Show better than they did on her own show.
Yeah, there was something, and she wasn't on every night.
Yeah. By the way, Ed's wife was 54 years old.
Wow.
So she was banging Ed.
You mean she doesn't have to die because...
No, she's not going to be thrown in the box with him.
It's like Rodney. Remember Rodney came in there for the last time? It was so sad, and he was about 82, and his wife...
I was playing a tape yesterday of the Letterman protest, outside the Letterman studio. About 50 people, actually. They found 50 people to sit there and protest Letterman.
So stupid.
I told Sal and Richard to go down there and get tape, and I played it yesterday, and I said, don't get into any arguments with people. Here's a list of questions you can ask, and, just... But, of course, Sal got into an argument anyway. Here's Sal arguing with the protesters outside the Letterman studios.
Do you want him to be fired?
I think something further should come of this.
What about all the families that are employed by David Letterman, though?
He should have thought of that. It's not a joke.
How about the employees of CBS's daughters had nothing to do with this? You're saying they should be on the street over
Letterman,
one joke?
Let Letterman apologize to them, too.
Well, he apologized already. It's just that you people here have nothing better to do with your life, so you're out here yapping away trying to make a name for yourself because you didn't get attention growing up as a child yourself. There's a psychological issue here. It has nothing to do with Letterman.
You are most biased.
With Letterman.
You're most biased
It's
in
the
your
most
call.
ridiculous asinine thing in the world. And you people are here wasting your time. I'm not full of shit.
Yes,
You're
you
full
are.
of shit.
Nope.
I'm not full of shit.
Because you are dishonest.
So you're saying that you're willing to say that, hey, fire these people, put their kids on the street, and over one joke, but you're defending one girl whose daughter had a kid with unprotected sex. She was a lousy mother.
You never made a mistake? Have you ever funded it?
Yeah.
Have you had children out of Wicked?
I've made a mistake, yes, sir. I know I've been forgiven. Are you willing to forgive?
You're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Sure I am. You guys are willing to fire employees so their children are starving and unemployed.
They fire Letterman. He's not going to stop. Stop your baloney. You are so full of garbage. Put another guy on.
So you're willing to throw hundreds of kids on the street over one joke about a lady's daughter?
Yeah.
How am I wrong? How?
You know what? And what about Cousin Brucey? I don't listen to Cousin Brucey.
No one does. Hey, listen. No, I love Cousin Brucey. You know, I love my Cousin Brucey. hey, listen. You know, so I say to Sal and Richard, go down there and act like regular reporters. I go, can you do that? Can you contain yourselves and, you know, just go down.
Stick to the script.
Stick to the script and just ask questions. I don't need you guys mixing it up with anybody. They go, absolutely. And then they get mad at me whenever I ask them to do something, and they say, well, how come you can't trust us? I go, I can't trust you because you always get it wrong. How can I trust you? I tell you to go down there and not argue with the people. I mean, it's funny as hell. They're supposed to be reporters, and they're down there yelling at the people they're reporting on. They're getting into fights with them. Yeah.
The other big thing is, and we gave a list of questions. The other big thing they did was, they made out.
Yeah, I heard about this. Did you hear about this?
TV
shows. Yeah.
No.
There was you know the 𝗫𝗄𝗿𝗱 show? It's on, is it on MSNBC?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
8 o'clock.
Okay. So when Richard and Sal were down at the Letterman protest, basically supposedly acting like reporters.
Impersonating
the 𝗫𝗄𝗿𝗱 show was there. So Sal and Richard saw the camera going. They were interviewing people. They start making out with each other on camera. And from what I'm hearing, tongues were involved.
So they were full out kissing each other.
Full out Mac Daddying. I mean, they were going nuts on each other. And
how do you do that? Probably enjoying it.
I mean, I want to know what's up. I mean, come on. That can't be good.
Could you tongue kiss a guy for any sort of comedy? I mean, I want to feed my future family, but
listen, I'm not going to be homophobic about. I told you, Fred looks good to me. I'm being honest. You want to call that gay? Call it gay.
It happens. But everybody's going to have a guy.
Do you dream of kissing him?
Ever since he started boxing and really getting into a heavy work-out schedule, what can I say? One thing leads to another.
They say in the old days.
Yeah, that was a boxing.
Supposedly.
Bring it on.
He thinks I'm making it. Am I right?
Dominant. It's like about dominance over a man in every way. Absolutely.
But Fred aside, really, I couldn't kiss a guy on the lips, let alone with a tongue.
No way.
Hey, Sal or Richard, did you have tongue kissing? Sal, was there tongue kissing involved? Because everyone's saying it was.
They're going to deny.
Be honest.
They're going to deny.
It came close.
Yeah.
There was no tongue.
Really?
But I could feel the heat coming off of Richard's mouth onto my mouth.
Well, that was disease.
Yeah.
So you were on the 𝗫𝗄𝗿𝗱 show making out. I got to see a clip of that.
It's got to be funny, but dude, you're better man than me. That's a lot.
It's comic relief to these insane lunatics.
I know, but I mean, kissing a guy, that's
Did you get hard at all?
No, but Howard, there were two cops behind us. The looks on their face, it was like their children were being killed in front of them. And this one cop goes, all of a sudden you hear, Richard, Sal, Sal, stop. This is Richard. And then I go to the cop. I go, I'm sorry, I don't want to break your balls. We love you. He goes, I love you guys, too, but my goddamn lieutenant's looking at this, and I'm not doing anything about it.
Here's,
my goddamn lieutenant.
Here's the audio from Keith Olbermann, I guess. What was it? Keith Olbermann actually was showing this and then realized it was you two guys, right? Okay.
He's a big fan, I think.
Here in New York, highlights from yesterday's anti-Letterman Sarah Palin protest from in front of the Ed Sullivan Theater. An angry mob, an angry swooping of literally tens of protesters took to the streets a day ago, and their message was clear. David Letterman must be stopped at all costs. But as this video shot by a reporter from New York Magazine also demonstrates, there was at least a little love at the anti-Dave rally. There it is. Indeed, some protesters in the background even found time to get past their differences and pretend to suck face. Congratulations, gentlemen, and a Baba Booey to you both, Richard and Sal.
There you go. Good for you. Your antics made it on TV.
Yeah, it's funny, though, because we were calling ourselves journalists. And the first question we get is, where are your credentials? Up my ass. So Richard takes out his Sirius ID to get into the building. And they go, oh, that'll do.
Who asked you for credentials? One of the protesters?
All of them. Yeah.
They know now.
Those wacky old lesbian yentas asked for it immediately. They were so angry. I mean, these people really need to... I'm sorry, Howard, that I went off the cuff a little bit. Yeah. But, I mean, to see these people, it's just like...
But do you see why now when you always say to me, gee, I can't believe you don't trust us. You could see why. I said you don't go down there, don't get angry, just ask the questions, and you see how you don't listen?
Yeah, well, that was at the end after I did listen. I got everything in that you wanted.
So you listened for a while.
You actually didn't get everything in, which is, there was a huge part that we wanted them to ask that was written out for them that you guys never got to.
The Leno quotes?
Well, McCain had made fun of Palin's daughter, and Leno, and Conan O'Brien.
No,
we had dates.
We did. The answers weren't interesting. We know how to edit this stuff.
Wow.
Right, Richard?
Interesting.
Did you really? Come on, be honest. Because Jason...
I swear to God, we have it all on
Jason said he asked you about it.
We asked all the questions, but their answers were just kind of boring.
It was lame.
We cut it out.
Yeah. We wanted
and then we made out.
Then we made out.
Mr. Something. Richard's honest, more honest than Sal.
Thanks.
Was some tongue in there?
I stuck my tongue out, but Sal turned his face, and I licked his cheek.
Oh.
We have a move where we'll start to move towards each other and then turn our faces.
But I did do the nipple suck. I sucked Richard's nip.
No, I got to see that. I got to see what you two are up to.
By the way, you were mentioning that you were thinking about sending 𝗵𝘺𝗄𝗿 down there.
Yeah.
Like, every woman down there looked like 𝗵𝘺𝗄𝗿. He would have fit right in. Like, they wouldn't even notice.
Here it is. I can see it now.
There's 𝗵𝘺𝗄𝗿.
Oh, that's some woman yelling.
Oh, my goodness.
And then, all right, let's see if I can get the audio. Oh, there you are. Look at those two. Right behind that woman's head, you can see.
And you can see the policeman walk over towards us to tell us to stop.
It's illegal for two guys to kiss on the street. Look.
It shouldn't be, but it is.
He is a verbal pedophile. Wake up. Mom, and take care of your kids.
Here comes the cop. The cop's here.
So there didn't look like you thought, because when Lehman Brothers went out of business, you guys
really went at it.
Pretended, but you didn't lip lock. So this time you lip lock.
You know what I think happened? Sal's ready to kiss you, but you stick your whole tongue right out. Like, why don't you hold off? Let him start kissing
you. And then slip him the tongue.
And then slip him the tongue.
It's like when a girl's kissing your belly button, you jab your cock in her mouth. You got to go
Exactly. Yeah, but I'm thinking of the visual. When you see a guy sticking his tongue out, it looks funny. I'm really wanting it.
Yeah, well,
Richard's always thinking of comedy.
I just know that Sal really would probably make out with you, but you got to keep your tongue in your mouth a little bit.
I don't know.
You know, Howard, I think you're 100% right on everything, but this time I think you're wrong.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's weird, too. Like,
you see, the tongue comes around.
Yeah, right.
Look at that. Oh, my God.
Tell me again, why did you shave your head? You got a part in a movie?
Yeah.
But you didn't tell me that the other day when I asked you why you shaved your head.
Well, you were walking away. I didn't want to bother you too much. It was after the show.
What kind of movie could this be?
It's Maria Menounos is producing it.
Oh,
it's called Serial Buddies, yeah. Yeah, I hung out with her the other day. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's going on with your new album? That,
I thought you were supposed to be making music.
Yeah, I am. In a couple of weeks we start recording, so.
Sal going to be involved in that, or are you keeping?
No, Sal's got his G-Man thing.
Yeah.
So.
I do preview his music, though.
Yeah, he's more into rap and you're more into metal.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sal's not going to be your little, girlfriend and sit at the studio and watch you record?
Yeah, he might come to the studio and hang out a little bit.
He's G-Man. Sal used to have a rap career as G-Man.
Right, I forgot about that.
He was G-Man. How's the marriage, Sal? Anything changing? Or
You know, it's going pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, I'm seeing a therapist now, so that's working out.
No. So what's he tell you to be nice to your wife?
Well, he made me realize a lot of things that I hated about my father, that I'm actually the same way.
Right.
And he put a lot of the things on me. I said to him, why am I so detached to my wife? Why can't I get the love that she gave to the emotional friend? She would spend so much time with this guy. She doesn't even want to pat me on the back.
Right.
And he says that she's detached to you because you have her convinced that you don't give a shit about her.
Right.
He goes, she's thrown in the towel. She's like, why do I care to converse with a man who's not listening to me?
Maybe you're right. Your old man was always cheating on your mom and all that kind of stuff. Maybe you're kind of like the same thing, like you're being bad to your wife, like trying to identify with your dad or something weird.
I don't know, but he's bringing up a lot of crazy stuff about me growing up, and I'm really angry at my father now, and that bothers me because I don't want to confront him.
How will you change this behavior? I mean, what's going to go on? Like, how are you being different to your wife?
I'm actually listening to her. You
are?
Yeah, I'm making an effort to listen.
Oh, that's rough.
What is she saying now that you're listening?
She tells me about all the conversations she has with her friends.
Sal, I'm so sorry.
Are you finding anything?
I have bruises on my feet from curling my toes. Well, yes, dear.
What did Debbie say? Debbie is funny.
In other words, you come in for the day and, after work, and you sit down with her and you say, honey, how was your day? And then she tells you about her friends and what they said and the kids. And you, how long does this go on that you have to listen?
Seems like years. Don't get me wrong.
Sal, can I give you a piece of advice? If you ask a woman how their day was, they'll start telling you how their day was.
Yeah.
So and you got to be
good for you.
But okay, but here I am.
You know what, they got to invent an invisible iPod for Sal, so that while this is going on, he's listening to his iPod. He's just nod. So have you learned to appreciate what your wife is saying? In other words, is any of it interesting to you?
Yes, it is.
Gonna do, like you say, organic food, organic
or schmanic. It's going to be radiated.
Right. What do you do?
It's in the air.
Give me some solutions.
You're on the money. Here's the thing. Correct. What can we do? We can have your cousin say, hey, Howard, let's work together and kind of, because I already cornered the market on kelp, by the way, and I'm gonna put him up.
Yeah, Richie thinks that I made it seem like he was trying to corner the market on kelp. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. I mean, I thought that his idea was interesting. What would kelp do for me if I take kelp?
Actually, kelp is high in iodine. It's a sea vegetable, but I call it seaweed.
It protects your thyroid.
Right.
And it has a lot of milk, but too much is not good. So you follow the directions, and if you have allergies to those kind of things, don't seafood or shellfish. So you got to be careful. It's not some indiscriminate kind of use. You got to understand, Howard, Julie and I come from a world where she escaped communist Castro's Cuba. She's already been scarred. Me, we went up to Maine because we thought the end of the world was near. We we weren't hoarding. We were growing our food and then putting it up for the winter. Down here in Florida, we have hurricanes. Right now, every year, we start not hoarding, but getting our supplies ready to be independent. Here's what someone can do to become independent. Besides getting...
All right, give me how I become independent.
Here you go. Julie, you want to talk a couple of foods?
Well, so the important thing is that, and one of the things that makes it confusing is that, you know, it's not like we're going to die right away from radiation poisoning. If we are going to be contaminated, it causes cancer, and it takes a while for that to appear. So what you want to do is protect yourself against cancer. Protect yourself against the free radicals that are created at the cellular level.
What do I take?
So you eat foods that are high in antioxidants, like cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, tomatoes have this thing called lycopene, red grapes, which are very strong against free radicals.
All antioxidants.
Why have you two not commented on my Rolling Stone cover in the middle of all of this?
I haven't seen it yet. Is it out?
Of course it's out. You see, you two are so worried about this radiation.
Busy.
You're not really concentrating on the big picture, which is me.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you see what happens?
Listen.
But all right, so in all seriousness...
Calcium, listen, there's calcium. People who are deficient in calcium are going to uptake calcium. So if the foods you have are high in strontium, have absorbed that. If you take calcium, if you have osteoporosis, take calcium because it'll help you from absorbing and uptaking calcium toxic.
But aren't we all dead anyway if this happens, or do you think that this will somehow...
No, it's what I was trying to say is that if in fact we're going to be contaminated, if in fact, you know, we get the plumes and it goes into the oceans and the water and it goes into the fields and the soil, it's not going to kill us overnight. It kills us slowly.
Chips away at you.
Eat better, get foods that are healthier and high in, as you say, calcium and iodine. Antioxidants. Well, hey, listen, you want to take a few phone calls about this?
Sure, yeah.
All right. I can't guarantee you what they'll be.
That's okay.
All right.
Do you think this is the first time me and Julie have talked to people like this?
By the way, these are my cousins, Richie and Julie Gerber. You guys have a website so people can learn more?
That's very nice. I haven't updated it for 2 years because I was kind of out of that, but I will be doing it in the next couple of days. But go to CousinRichie.com. Cousin Richie, R-I-C-H-I-E, CousinRichie.com.
All right. Let's hear from some people.
It's hard for me to say my name, Richie, Howard.
I know.
So some people think I say Rickley on the phone.
All right, here you go. This is my cousins, Richie and Julie. Go ahead, Josh.
Richie, I respect your, your desire to be healthy and stuff, but I work in the nuclear field, and there are so many things that you just said which are totally nonsense and non-based on anything remotely scientific.
All right, what did he say that's wrong?
Do you understand, Richie, the difference between regular radiation and ionizing radiation?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is ionizing
I'm not
radiation?
here.
Well, don't give us a quiz. Tell us.
Yeah, Josh, what do you have to say? It can't be. What they're saying is to essentially get foods that are high in antioxidants to somehow help the slow growth cancers that can develop because of radiation.
Antioxidants and radiation are two totally different things. Radiation is something that's emitting alpha, beta, or gamma rays, okay? They're talking about something totally different. The thing you're concerned about in Japan is not a concern here.
Your name is Josh?
Yes.
Do you eat organic foods, Josh?
Yeah, we absolutely have a small garden in our yard.
Yeah? Okay, so you understand that, do you know about a hard rains falling? Do you know that
Bob Dylan.
Do you know about dairy products and these substances falling down, raining down on the pastures?
Where's he going?
That has nothing to do with radiation.
And what happened?
What happened to Richie's? Hey, Richie, what do you want? A cell phone?
No, on a hand, on a wireless.
Yeah, you're breaking
You're
up.
moving around. You got to get back to that good spot.
Get back to that sweet spot.
Okay, I'm back in where I was. So here, Howard and Josh, I respect you. You're a good guy. Hello?
Yeah, hold on. It sounds like you're in a hard rain, actually.
Something, yeah.
But here's what I'm going to say to Josh. You're a scientist. You're a media, scientific, industrial, government, complex person.
All right, hey, Richie, you're breaking up all over the place.
Yeah.
Julie, you talk.
Is my phone better?
Yeah, you're perfect.
Yeah, well, these things, like I said before, there haven't been enough tests, and there are different kinds of radiation, but we know that radiation is carcinogenic, whether it's ionized radiation, or how do we know? I mean, we have not answered.
We don't know, and you're right. In fact, I see there's a guy on the phone saying that there's more cancer around nuclear plants, so you tell me what's going on.
You tell me, Mr. Josh, that back in 1990...
You get your phone repaired before you tell anybody anything.
Hold on, yeah.
Hold on.
All right, you got to switch phones. Rick, right? There's more cancer around nuclear power plants, so something's up, right?
Yeah, so when he starts poo-pooing it, remember, he's an MSG, Media Scientific Government. It doesn't. They don't hear us. They are immune to these words.
Go ahead, Rick.
Hey, thanks, King. Yeah, I live in an area where there's a nuclear power plant, and we remember 3 Mile Island as well. There seems to be a dramatic increase in the amount of brain cancer cases.
And leukemia, it was done in 1996. Yeah. What about these kind of localized reactions?
Right.
Yeah, you got it, man.
All right,
what do you
Rick.
guys think about Marcellus Shale and gets into the water? People forget that water is the one thing that you need to survive as a species, and yet we're ruining the water supply as well.
Yeah. And here's another thing, guys, that I'm seeing on the front page of the Wall Street Journal, Japan their plant had a troubled history. Do you know that last year at Vermont Yankee that they had a release of radioactive material into the water? No, you don't, because they don't tell you. The media and the MSG, they don't say these things because it's overwhelming, and it's like they own this system. Otherwise,
the whole thing's so depressing.
It is when you sit around and think about, the only crazy thing is that the same people who are lying to us breathe the same air and eat the same food and drink the same water.
I know, and what's so weird about it, it's like the radiation's not even cool. Like, no one's getting superpowers as a result.
Yeah, it's never like you become a Spider-Man.
Right. Let's go to Mark. Mark, go ahead. You have the last words with my cousins, Richie and Julie. Go ahead.
Big schmegadildos, Howard.
Everybody's phone fucking sucks. Go ahead, Mark.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, kind of. But go ahead and make your statement quickly.
These guys should go online and check the news, because I think the thing's smoking right now, that reactor. So I think things are going a little worse.
I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what he's saying.
Well, he's saying there's smoke at one of the reactors at the power plant.
And they have to evacuate the workers because it's so
Now
bad.
Julie's phone went out.
because I gave her mine.
Is that what you did?
Yeah.
He switched phones with her.
Oh, my God. You guys, those phones don't work. Your technology is falling apart. Let's go to one last call. Let's hope that we can get it clearly. Jamie, go ahead.
Your cousin sounds nuts. No, really.
He's not nuts.
Wasn't he saying that the bees were extinct too, 𝗏ceuticals or something like that?
Yes, he has a company, 𝗏ceuticals. Yes.
I don't have it anymore.
Right.
Oh, just calm down.
What is this guy saying? That the bees are not in trouble? Does this guy live in a bubble?
The bees are in trouble. They're noticing all over the world that the bees are disappearing.
Have him call up, give him Josh's number, and the nuclear guy and this guy will talk.
Well, Jamie, why are you disputing that? That's a known fact that the bees are disappearing. In fact, there's
60 Minutes did a piece on
a
it.
huge piece on it.
Well, actually, I did see a lot of them last summer. And
you saw a lot of bees?
Yes, a lot of bees. I saw your cousin when he did mention it. And
listen, I got news for you. If there are no bees on this planet, and if it is true that the bees are disappearing,
there'll be no food.
There'll be no food. Bees are the pollinators of all the food.
And they remember this. It rains, it goes on the flowers. The bees go around to 1 million flowers a day. They concentrate the honey, they concentrate the nectar and the pollen into the honey. The bees get contaminated. It goes up the food chain. I'm not saying I'm Jor-El and I'm going to send everybody to Krypton. I can't do that.
Send me to Earth from Krypton.
Well, that's.
Well, no. The point is that you see, it sounds, people do want to keep their head in the sand. And the thing is that
because the problem is too large.
It is. I mean, it's so overwhelming you don't want to think about it.
And it's almost as if sometimes the government just says, tell them something, but don't cause a panic.
Right. Ken, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, Richie, when you dismiss solar and wind as worthless and advocate coal, and there is no such thing as clean coal, you lose all credibility.
I appreciate what you say, but I'm saying that the answer is not solar and wind. They are 0.5%.
Yeah, you understand what he's saying, Ken. He's not dismissing it. He wishes tomorrow. This guy. Listen to me. He wishes tomorrow that all the wind in the world could take care of all our energy needs. He would love that. He's saying he's trying to be a realist to show you he's not insane.
He's skirting the point.
Yeah, what he's saying is right now the only alternatives we have are this and that. He's saying
that's not true. That's not true. What all that's lacking is the political will and the political initiative to have a Manhattan-style project that we got on the moon in less than 10 years. We could be independent with hydro, wind, solar, and biomass, and supplement maybe with natural gas. We could be there in 10 years. All that's lacking is the will.
But we're not there yet. Anthony, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yes, I wanted to ask Richie, how does he feel about that? I have my own well at my house, so I generally don't use city water or public water. Is that going to be safe, or do I have something to worry about?
Is Anthony insane to say that his well water is going to be safe?
Okay, here's the thing. That's a great question. Julie and I had our own well divined up in Maine by a dowser kind of guy, so we know about that. I believe highly in it. You need to test your water. Get a radon detector. Get yourself a Geiger counter too.
Why can't you get a Geiger counter? I don't understand.
They're sold out. There was a tremendous rush on them. People, I'm not the only. Me and Julie are not the only people who figured this out.
So in other words, they're impossible to get.
Impossible to get. They don't even tell you when we're going to ship the next batch. We'll just put you in a line. So I'm really disappointed.
Who is the major manufacturer of Geiger counters?
I have no idea.
Sounds like I should buy some stock in that.
Yeah, and wow, that's a smart.
Well, what do you care about money when the whole world's going to be dying?
Well, because I will have so much money, I can build a radiation-proof Adobe.
You'll already have been irradiated, my friend.
No, not me. I have my cousins.
You're here now.
All right, let's go to Scott. Scott, go ahead. You're on the air.
What's up, Howard?
What's up?
Your cousins are insane. They need to take their tie-dyes and their Birkenstocks and go up to Washington. I'm a truck driver, and we take hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of loads of bees around the country. The kind of shit, there's nothing wrong with it.
Take my cousins out of the equation. I've seen all the reports. I saw that report on 60 Minutes. The bees are disappearing from the planet. What are you talking about?
Just because it's on 60 Minutes, it's true? I love it.
Listen, I got to trust somebody.
Well, trust me, Howard.
Trust you? You're driving around with a couple of hundred bees? I'm going to trust you over 60 minutes?
Hundreds of tractor-trailer loads of bees. Not hundreds of bees. Tractor-trailer loads of bees.
Yeah, and?
They go around the country. They're not going anywhere.
I would like to say this, that you are a noble and honorable man, and I respect beekeepers.
Wait a second. Whose phone are you on now?
I'm on Julie.
Yeah, you got to go back. You got to use the one phone. That phone, take it and throw it out the window and throw it to your pants so it blows up.
How's this one?
No, give me the other one.
I wanna honor all of the truck drivers and beekeepers. They do a noble service.
No good. The phone isn't working.
Hold on, let me switch to the
switch.
Yeah, hold on.
I tell you, in America, there's no more phones.
But what I want to do is say this.
Yeah.
Is that
truck driver.
All the truck driver and transporting bees is great. You should take a look at my blog, CousinRichie.com. I write about the almond crop and how many millions of bees they bring there to California every year. But the problem that he's not understanding is yeah, he's hauling around thousands and hundreds of thousands of bees. The problem is that every year the bee population is diminishing, and so he's too close to the painting to see the big picture.
Right.
He needs to zoom out to take a global look.
Yeah, I mean, just because he has a couple of bees on his truck doesn't mean what's going on in the world.
Just because I have all the kelp hoarded in my house, I don't have to worry about.
I never said you had it hoarded in your house. What, Scott?
Can I respond? Because I've been driving for 15 years, and the amount of bees that come out of California, they may be being brought into California, but the amount of bees every spring, the amount of loads of bees that come out of California has not diminished. So I don't know where he's getting his information, and if you want to trust 60 Minutes, that's fine. But I'm living it, I see it, and I get paid to do it.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you, Scott.
I respectfully disagree with you vehemently.
Right, thank you. All right, listen, cousins. And by the way, Richie, I don't think you're hoarding kelp. He thinks that I said he's hoarding kelp.
Well, it sort of sounded like, I can see where he would get that impression.
Well, I told him
It sort of sounded like only the Stern family would have kelp.
Good, and fuck all the rest of you. Start hoarding that kelp. I could care less.
Yeah, and I have some other things I've already got it, but I'm stocking up for hurricane season.
Well, stock up for me. Never mind the rest of you.
Oh.
I'm with you. All right, listen, my cousin has a blog, Richie and Julie Gerber. They do. I happen to agree with what they're saying, even though they think that I'm nuts. I happen to agree with them. I think that this is a bigger problem than we're aware of.
In 1979, Howard, I wrote a song after 3 Mile Island. It's called Radiation. I wrote about it on my blog a couple of years. Do you know that a week from today, it's the 32nd anniversary of 3 Mile Island?
I did not know that, but
of course
I
knew
love
that.
to hear the song.
Robin doesn't know that, but I know it.
So I'll be back here next Monday with you to talk about. You can go on my blog and see that, or go to YouTube and go Richie Gerber Radiation, and people will see Richie Gerber's thing in 1979. They'll also see a little bit of a couple of pictures of me, Julie, and our barn.
Well, pictures of Julie I like. I don't know about the rest of
it.
it.
A good picture of her.
All right.
Hey, listen,
Richie, good. Listen.
I have one other thing.
Yeah.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Go ahead.
Okay, we got through all of this environmental stuff, but my name is Richie.
Right.
My wife's name is Julie.
Right.
Every time if someone says, "What's your name?" on the phone, if I'm ordering, let's say, a Geiger counter or kelp, they'll say, "What's your name?" I say, Richie. They'll say, Rickley? Rick, so what do you think about my speech impediment? Does it bother you, Howard?
No, he was giving me some shit because I talked about his speech impediment. No, I actually, listen, you've joked about it many times, about your speech impediment.
Yeah, but not in front of 2 million people.
Since when did you get so sensitive about it? What happened to you?
If we're going to joke about my speech impediment, which my family has already told me I got rid of, so that's why.
Oh, I see. I burst the bubble. Now, listen, I love you guys, and I think what you're saying is important. And, you know, for what it's worth, I know some people will say, well, maybe you're overreacting, but I don't think so. I truly don't.
You have to understand, like Jor-El and like other people, there are some people that have to be ahead of the curve. If we're wrong, hey, it's my money and my time and my life, and, you know, that's okay. People do their other crazy shit. But as I said in the 80s, when I said, hey, listen, pay now or pay later, but organic foods are the way to go. Now it's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Right.
I've been, well, I don't want to brag, but me and Julie have been on the right side of the environmental movement for a long time. But we do not kind of fog over and listen to everything the media says. We question things. That's why I can say the things I say.
By the way, Sean says there are Geiger counters on eBay. But I don't know what they're charging for them.
Geiger counters that have been from Chernobyl.
Right. You don't want those.
You don't want Chernobyl Geiger counters.
What is it, Brian? Go ahead.
Yeah, Richie, you just kind of hit what I was saying. Japan, does this affect the electrical components coming out of TVs and even Geiger counters? Because Japan probably makes all that shit.
Components is right, but what I'd be more concerned with is my sushi. Going to the sushi restaurant, you know, your nori seaweed, they use sushi nori to wrap in your nori rolls and, you know.
Richie, will you go to a sushi restaurant with a Geiger counter and actually run the Geiger counter over the sushi rolls? And I'm not joking.
I wouldn't. Right now, I would go to a sushi bar for the next week or so, and then remember this, Howard, that in my stores, you know, Bread of Life, which I sold to Whole Foods in 1997. In the store, I was running about 12 sushi bars in my supermarket.
So will you go to a sushi?
I know where all of this shit comes from.
Right. So will you run a Geiger counter over the sushi when you go to eat it?
Right now, I got to be honest, I've been to my Whole Foods. I bought a lot of my own fixins. So I have more sushi, nori, wakame. I got kombu. I got 𝗦𝗵cie plum.
What does that mean? I don't know what you're saying. I'm asking a question.
He just stocked up now. He's like, don't get it later because it'll be coming in.
When start being leery of Japanese products?
Exactly. When the next when the warehouses deplete their.
Wait a second. Are you saying that the components in Japanese products could have radiation?
Of course they could.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Howard, if it's in the air, it's in everything.
It's in the water, in the ocean. It rains. Hello.
Well, then we're all doomed.
You'll be getting your super Apple iPhone there, Howard.
Well, here's the thing, is that our exposure here is going to be small. The thing is we have to build up in our bodies as individuals. We have to build up our immune system.
Should I go to California next couple of weeks?
No, you should send your some people there for you.
No, I'm being serious. You think I'm joking?
I would not go to California. You know,
Are you serious?
I wouldn't go to California. Does Amtrak still go there?
What do you mean? Do you think that... No, I'm being serious now. Do you think California represents more radiation for me?
Right now, the winds blow east, you know, but then after a while it gets caught up in these jet streams, and it's going to be all over, So
I can't go to California?
You can't go anywhere. He's saying it'll even be here eventually.
So I might as well go to California if it's still here.
What you should do, Howard, is come down to Florida and visit me.
See, he thinks I'm kidding. You're not.
No, he's answering
no, I'm
you,
not
but you're...
He's telling me not to go to California. Is he for real?
Yes, I am for real.
You
I
are?
Go to California.
Well, how do we know as consumers when to be leery of the Japanese products coming? Like, when is the next, boats come in. Do you have that information?
And that's why I started to stock up on my my Asian foods, because me and Julie eat a lot of macrobiotic and other things like that from Japan. And so we kind of prepared for a while.
So what are you going to do when you run out?
Well, the point is I'm going to have a freaking Geiger counter.
Now I don't have a Geiger counter.
And I'm not trying. Listen, Howard, I said it at the beginning. And
Were you buying anything from Russia after Chernobyl?
Yes, I was. I stocked up on stuff from Russia.
Here's what I said before, that our government and other governments need, they put 50, a big news article thing, 50 new radiation monitors on the West Coast, in California and Oregon and all. That's so ridiculous, and you feel safe. What I say is that, because I talk to my produce guys, I know these guys, I hired them, and I say, what happens is that the stores, the grocery stores, and the distribution system, they should all have these Geiger counters.
So you're saying that
when a load comes in, they're Geiger countering these loads. Give me a break. This is simple stuff.
Go ahead, Mark. You're on the air.
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
Hey, I just want to know, am I listening to the speech impediment competition?
Hold on 1 minute.
I think it's hilarious. You can't even say your own name.
My cousin does not have a speech impediment.
You can't even say his own name. That's
he
hilarious.
used to, but he got rid of it.
He got rid of it. Right, Richie?
Got rid of it. Can I enter him into the competition and win $5 million?
No.
All right. Thank you, boss.
All right.
1 2 1 2. Check 1 2.
Yeah. Hey, Richie.
Sound check.
All right, listen to me.
Yeah.
Here, first of all, to back you up, the U.S. Department of Agriculture said there was 30% drop in beehives from 2008 to 2009. So that's our own U.S. Department of Agriculture.
Which you can't trust.
Right.
But the truck driver still has 50, 200 hives on his truck. He doesn't know.
All right. Hey, listen, I got to go.
Yeah.
That's my cousins, Richie and Julie. It sounds like Julie got her phone taken away from her.
One of us had a sacrifice.
It might as well be her.
It's always the woman.
All right, Richie, give out the website again.
Okay. Thanks, Howard. First of all, remember, I'm going to be updating it with what you can do and what's going on, probably in the next day or so, because I've been out of it for the next couple of days. It's cousinrichie.com. That's COUSINRICHIE. Julie, can you say that better? Cousin Richie?
It's cousinrichie.com.
I like that he took the phone away from you.
You can also go on YouTube and go to YouTube and search for Richie Gerber Radiation, and they'll see my song Radiation that I wrote in 1979 up in Maine.
All right.
I'm going to check that out.
Check it out. Go ahead. That's it. All right. Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks for calling. I do appreciate it.
I love you, Howard.
Love you, too.
Thank you.
Tell
Bye.
Julie I love her, too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right. Listen, you know what? I know they sound like they're alarmists, but they're onto something, I'm telling you.
Yeah, but you don't understand how it travels. It's in the air. In the air, you can't avoid.
So I should go to California. I'm going anyway because I got to go visit my daughter, and also we have a wedding I got to.
Again, the level that gets there, what they're trying to explain to you, Howard, is you're not getting the doses from being near the reactor.
I'm getting it from the environment. I get it.
And you're getting additional radiation, and we're already living through radiation because of all of the electronic equipment we keep around us all the time. He's saying, you don't need any additional radiation.
Right. We have enough. I can go near Japanese people, though, right? They're safe.
Not if they just come from that reactor.
Oh, great. See me running down the streets. Yeah, Marianne from Brooklyn, go ahead.
Howard, not for anything. I live in fear with a lot of things, but all that preparing, and then you can walk out the door and a trailer could fall on you, and then you can dead.
Yeah, but I think their advice is very sound. This idea of, making your immune system strong couldn't be bad in this time.
Right, absolutely.
Right, but there's just so so much we could do. But Howard...
And isn't it sad that the bees are disappearing, but the bed bugs are increasing? I mean, why can't they disappear?
Nothing good lives and everything good dies. But Howard, your Fallon appearance was awesome. I love the Rolling Stone magazine. Howard, you're on fire. It's been an incredible week. Did you see us rocking and rolling in the Fallon audience?
You know,
Did you notice them?
I heard I think High Pitch was there, right?
High Pitch, there was a whole crowd. Gina Wassick, High Pitch, the whole Stern.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it. Thank you for showing up.
Howard, listen to this. Fallon came out, gave High Pitch a hug, and now Fallon's following High Pitch on Twitter.
Yeah, you know, Jimmy's really into all of that Jimmy Fallon loves that social media and the tweeting and the whole thing. I mean,
that's why I was saying he probably wouldn't have minded you tweeting a picture.
Yeah, I should do that. I'll have to ask him because I thought there was some cool pictures Ralph took backstage that I wanted to tweet. But I did manage to tweet a picture of Ralph. Let me take a break. What, you think my cousins are being paranoid? I don't think so.
No, I thought they were saying that, you know, it was doomsday.
Right.
But all they're saying is, you know, we need to start being aware of all the radiation we're around already. And when these accidents occur, we should already have fortified ourselves to radiation as much as we possibly can.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like what you talk about with food and all that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But what I want people to do, you know, he's now talking about running around with a Geiger counter. All the food is going to be irradiated if any food is irradiated. It's not like there's certain foods that are grown in irradiated land and foods that are not. If it's in the environment, it's in the environment.
Right. Well.
And then, that whole dying slowly, we're all dying slowly anyway.
Gary, you thought my cousins were being crazy or what? I think they're onto something.
Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
I think that there's something there, but it's a bit alarmist.
Gary
I don't
needs
think so.
A laser on his toes.
Please. I'm the nut who doesn't realize I'm drinking something and Robin goes, "Oh, Gary, that's pasteurized."
Well, you killed all the enzymes. That's the reason you're supposed to be...
Then I guess I should throw my milk away.
Actually, you should, yeah. Milk is horrible for you.
Well, she's right. I agree with her.
I don't know. Yeah. I guess the whole world's killing themselves drinking milk. I mean, it's a
milk
bit
is
alarmist.
not good.
It's okay. A little milk is okay.
What are you drinking milk with?
I don't drink milk. Well, I have just on the weekends I have some cereal.
Why don't you have soy milk?
I don't like it.
Sometimes
I have.
So what?
Sometimes I have it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have it.
Why don't you eat rice and shine? All right, look, I got to take a break. I don't know. I find the whole topic fascinating. I was actually talking to Richie and Julie over the weekend, and they were explaining to me some of this stuff. And I can't say they're off base. And believe me, I'm not some conspiracy theory guy, but I'm telling you, the older I get, the more I see how the government lies to us. And quite frankly, it's not even lying. They don't even know. Like, you look at the World Trade Center. They were telling everyone it was safe.
I'm sorry, but they knew.
But, okay, let's assume they don't. Or let's assume
you can't see particles in the air and not realize that's going to hurt your lungs breathing it in.
Listen, so the thing is, you do have to look at this stuff. You can't trust that the government's going to tell you, whether you believe they're, just naive or they don't care or whatever, or that they're genuinely lying. Any way you take it, I admire my cousins for looking into it. I do.
Katie, Howard's conversation today with his cousins brought up the topic of radiation.
Yes.
Did that in turn make you start thinking about radiation around you and its effects? Is this something that you worry about?
If I start thinking about it, of course.
I mean, look at your office.
Okay, what?
It's full of, all types of electronic equipment, which is most probably
Greg, are you
giving off radiation.
Do you want me to just trying to freak me out here?
No, I'm just wondering if it's something that you think about.
Keep talking like that. I have work to do. I don't have time to think of radiation and how I'll die from it. Probably. Anything else? Any other fears you want to put into my head?
You know, I'm just saying some of that fast food you eat might not be good for you either.
Get the fuck out of here, all right?
What, the radiation situation is going on in Japan right now? I think everybody should be nervous and worried and shitting their pants. For like 5 minutes, I was actually thinking that nuclear energy might have been a good alternative to oil and whatnot, because let's face it, that's why we're involved in wars now in Libya, in Iraq and Iran and all that shit like that. If there were no oil there and we didn't need oil, it's like we'd say, you know what, you guys can go kill each other. We don't really give a shit. But the fact of the matter is we need to find a different way to power this nation. I don't know, maybe it's sun, maybe it's wind,
maybe it's water.
Maybe it's water. Should we be nervous? Yeah, of course we should be nervous. I'm just wondering how far it's going to go. It's like, when your Toyota comes over and they put it on the dock, it's like, will it be glowing in the dark? Well, at least it'll be easier to find your car at night.
But is radiation something that you worry about in general? I mean, do you think about it, how it's all around us and how it could be affecting you?
You know what? If I really started thinking like that, I wouldn't fucking sleep at night. And I figured it this way. It's like my prostate seems to be in good order. My testicles are the normal size. I have not been affected by radiation thus far. Although it does get me nervous when the doctor wants to take an x-ray of my teeth. They put like a little lead, apron on, and then they run out of the room as fast as they can. I don't know. Should I be doing that? Should they just have rotten teeth and say fuck it? I don't know.
But your overall feeling is you have to live your life without these constant worries.
You have to live your life. Let's put it this way. It's like, hey, the people in Love Canal, until their fingers started falling off, they didn't know there was any problems. But you know what? This is a part of living in a society that wants things here. We want it now. We want it fast. We want it at our fingertips.
And there's a price to be paid.
A price to be paid, Greg. Absolutely right. You should have a show. I'm telling you, Greg, you should have a show explaining to the world why radiation is a necessary force in our universe.
I think a topic like that would only make more people cry, and I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's like, between the radiation in Japan and the fact that 𝗦𝗁cie cried last week, it's got me very upset.
Howard spoke with his cousins today, and one of the central focuses of their conversation was on radiation.
I think cousins are very important to have. Cousins are what make this world go around, and I think your question about cousins is that cousins are great. I mean, who doesn't like cousins? Everybody loves their cousin unless it's an unlikable type of cousin, but I agree that cousins are a good thing to have.
Well, I was going to actually ask you about radiation, but I think that pretty well covers it.
That still covers it, I think.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Well, if you have radiated cousins, then that could be a problem, but they're still cousins, so you gotta love them.
Even if they're radioactive?
Radioactive cousins.
Now, is this something that you fear in your daily life, all the radiation around you and its effects? Is this something you worry about consistently?
No. I mean, look, I think it's pretty clear to anyone paying attention that something that's been causing cancer at extraordinary rates for the last 30 years. I'm sure some of it's radiation, all the wireless signals, all the electricity in the air, the processed foods that we eat. I don't think there's any one thing to worry about. I think just the environment we live in as a whole is probably dangerous because of us. So, are you asking me if I'm extra nervous about radiation? Mm-hmm. No, the answer is no. I'm not extra nervous about the Japan radiation. If it happened here, if the nuclear plant melted down on Long Island, I'd be worried. But I'm not too worried about it here. Listen, do you think I look like I'm concerned about what I'm putting in my body? I mean, am I really gonna go, well, yeah, sure, I eat tons of processed food and sugar and corn syrup and McDonald's and Burger King, but really what I'm concerned about is the radiation level of my apple, because because I'm worried about my health. So the answer is no, although I love sushi, and I hope they don't take all the sushi away. That would be a concern of mine. That would be my only concern. Don't mess with the sushi. More sushi. More sushi, more problems. Right? What how the song goes?
I think so.
More sushi, more problems?
That was Biggie's.
Yeah.
One of his major
put down
concerns.
that eel, son. Yeah, I don't want that. I want my
California
eel.
rolls lead the bullets, man.
Yeah. Word up. Seaweed wrap. Peace.
Do you think about the negative effects of radiation around you on a daily basis?
I don't even think about the last shit I took. No. There are a lot more things to worry about than that radiation garbage. I mean, considering what happened in Chernobyl and what happened in 3 Mile Island, you don't see kids being born with tails and scales. So I don't give a shit. I think life's too short to get caught up into this radiation horseshit. Unless I start, seeing weird things happening around us, like babies being born with 3 eyes and 17-inch dicks. I could give a shit about radiation. I think it's a bunch of garbage.
What should I be doing? Geiger counting my food, or what should I be doing?
Is it something you think about on a daily basis?
No.
Is it something you worry about?
No. Not really. No. I was already exposed to a great deal of radiation in my youth, so that's what's giving me these huge muscles.
And your bionic shaft.
And my enormous wiener. So, really not a concern for me. I love that shit.
So you're saying you could Hulk out of those jeans, the crotch of those jeans at any moment?
If I wanted to. If you want to fluff me up, yeah, you'll see.
How much denim do you think you've destroyed with that bionic shaft?
You want a boner attack in here? Yeah, a lot. Brand new jeans. Just to hold this puppy in.
So you're pro radiation.
I think I just shit myself.
Do you fear the effects of radiation?
I don't try not to think about it, dude. That's all. Take it day by day. You never know what's going to happen. You can walk out the door and get hit by a bus.
So you view it as something you can't control.
Exactly. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't hide in the closet. You can't hide under the floor. It's not going to work. It's going to get you, no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of sad, man.
Yeah, it's sad. Look what happened to those poor people, man. They had to run away from their houses. Look at them. They don't know. They don't know if they're exposed to it. They don't know what's going on. They have no clue. You think they have a clue? You think they're going to tell everybody, too? They ain't telling anybody. They ain't telling anybody nothing.
But you're saying you got to live your life.
Exactly. Exactly. There's nothing you can do about it, man. When your time is up, your time is up.
Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing you can do about it, dude.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
On Monday's wrap-up show, we discussed Robin
drinks wine not to get buzzed, but for the taste. And no one agreed. We were all shocked and angered.
I do want to talk about a statement Robin made early, which a lot of people are taking umbrage with, and she says that she drinks wine for the taste and not to get buzzed. And this came from Howard saying he can't drink for 3 weeks because of a medical thing, but are you calling bullshit on that?
Yes, I think we all are. I mean, I think sometimes you say stuff on the show and then you get backed into a corner and you can't get away from it. She may like the taste of wine, and she might say some wines go good with food. That I'll give you. But you like getting buzzed. People drink to get buzzed.
Yeah, that came as a surprise to me. I believe she likes the taste.
Yeah, I do too.
But, yeah, you want it to alter your mind a little bit. That's the whole point.
It relaxes you.
Yeah, if you missed it, here's what Robin had to say following up on Howard.
The only thing that concerns me is what you say about your drinking.
Right, go ahead.
You know, you do it for comfort. Like in social situations, you like to get a buzz on so you'll feel more comfortable.
And also, I like the taste. I do like the taste of wine.
I understand that, but, you know, it's that thing of using the booze
to loosen up. Yeah, I definitely do that.
For a purpose. That means you're not just drinking for the taste.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're drinking
to loosen up.
To feel more comfortable and to be able to fit in a social situation.
Yes, that's definitely true.
Yeah, and that bothers me because you shouldn't be doing
I just assumed everybody did that. What would be the point?
They do, but that doesn't make it right.
Oh. You know, if you're just drinking for taste, then have fruit juice. It's 10 times better.
Oh, no. I love the taste of wine.
Yeah, and also you like that warm buzz that comes over you.
No, I don't. Again, I don't.
Bullshit.
Why is it wrong to want to drink and loosen up a little bit when you're in a social setting? I don't mean get drunk and vomit. You want to drink and loosen up.
I think what she was alluding to, and Robin, if you're listening, come down. You can explain yourself better than I can. But I think what she was alluding to is she felt bad because Howard's relying on the booze in order to make him be that way. You know, he needs it in order to get in that kind of mode.
That would make him an alcoholic. By the definition of what alcohol is, if you need liquor to perform some sort of thing, that makes you an alcoholic.
That's the path I thought she was going down. Did you take it differently?
Yeah, 100%, and I think maybe what she was saying is it would be great, or I'm going to put words in her mouth, like I think it would be good if you learn to do the same thing psychologically, which is really hard to do for everyone, I think, for most people.
Without the drinking. But she also said there were times where she'd be at parties and just feel sad for everyone.
That weirded me out. That weirded me out. I mean, I don't know that we've ever gotten so drunk that we're sad. You just get drunk. It's weirder to be... Listen, I've been at parties where I've been the only sober one at the party. Like I started, I went on this diet like a year and a half ago, so I didn't drink for like 3 months. And I went to a neighborhood party. And I'm like, man, these people get loud. They spit in your face, when they're talking and everything. But it's just different. I didn't feel bad for them.
Larry and Philly, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hi, guys. The fact that I support Robin, the fact that it's hard for everybody to understand Robin's point of view, that you can have a social drink and not do it to get high or to get drunk. That's something I do. I don't do it to get drunk. I don't like that feeling. I like a taste of wine or a beer with dinner.
Larry, what would you say the percentage of people that drink in this country fall into your category? I would say under 1%.
Yeah, it is, but it's like trying. Let me just explain this. I believe it's the philosophy that has Howard or everybody going. You don't have to get drunk. You don't have to do that. I mean, it's fine to drink, and it's fine to do whatever it is that you choose.
Hey, Larry, the argument wasn't like getting drunk. Are you saying that you don't? I think what people were surprised by when Robin was like, "No, I don't even like I'm not into the effect, the intoxicating effect.
I'm not either.
So you're not. So it's not even. You're not. It's not an extent argument. You're just. That's not the enjoyment for you at all.
Right. Yeah. It's a philosophy. For an example, I mean, I'm 63. When I was smoking weed, or occasionally one time dropping acid or something, I did it for.
You just did acid for the taste?
No, I did it to learn to understand something. That was my philosophy. If you come now, there is no philosophy. Somebody takes something just to get burned, and there's no experience to learn, and there isn't any experience to do anything.
Larry, I can't tell you how pompous it sounds about the philosophy of drug taking. I mean, it's your thing. I get it, but it sounds pompous that somebody's taking drugs incorrectly.
Well, perhaps I might take it too seriously, and I might agree with you, but you don't have to do something to get extreme. That's all I'm...
To get what?
You don't have to do something to get extreme. That's all I'm saying.
And I think, thanks, Larry. I think that's what Robin was saying too, in a way. Like, you shouldn't need that in order to act that way. But that argument of drinking without the buzz, it's like, you're smoking just to exercise your lungs. That's not,
I'm having
that's
sex, but I don't want to finish.
No, but I do get that. I always thought it was ridiculous because I hate the taste of beer, but then people drink non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. Those are people who used to be big beer drinkers and just need to pretend they're still. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
Non-alcoholic beer is the dumbest thing ever fucking invented. It just is, because I wouldn't drink beer unless I was getting drunk.
I got one use, Gary. My friend's wife drank it when she was pregnant at like barbecues just because she missed the taste.
I mean, to each his or her own. Let's put it that way.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, Gary mentioned that the fact that Ronnie might ask Twitter co-founder Biz Stone to verify his Twitter account, and that just set Ronnie off. So much so that he came down here and confronted Gary, and things got heated, and it got a bit uncomfortable. Check it out.
We were talking before, Ronnie, about a Twitter guy. One of the heads of Twitter's coming in, and the question
tomorrow.
Yeah, and the question was, are you going to address any of the problems you've been having with Twitter with him, since he's the main guy?
Well, according to Gary, yeah, I will.
No, I was saying you should save it for the air.
Yeah, but Gary, I got to ask you a question, because, it's really bugging my ass lately. Like, you really got a fucking hard-on for me lately, and I don't know what it is.
I don't have a hard-on
No,
for
you got a real chip. Like, I don't know, every time anything with me comes up, you're the first one to stick me in the fucking back, even if it, I don't get it with you lately.
I have no beef with you, Ronnie.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man.
Can you give an example?
Yeah,
Ronnie?
give me an example.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but every time he can throw a dig at me, he can't. He will. No matter what.
I thought that you might say something to me.
Why would I say anything?
Because I know that
the fucking rules here. Why would I ever fucking say anything?
Because I know Twitter is important to you.
It's not that important to me. Okay? It really, and I even asked you about, helping me out with it, and it's like, I don't know.
What did you ask?
Help me out with what?
About getting, I said, Gary, how do you get verified? Oh, I don't know.
No, Ronnie, that's not what happened at all. And I told you don't fucking listen.
Oh, I did.
No,
listen.
you don't. You don't fucking, because if you listen, you don't understand. That's exactly what I said. You can't get verified. I got verified. I had nothing to do with it. There's nobody to call. There's nobody to ask. Twitter decides who they verify. That was the fucking answer I gave you, but apparently it wasn't good enough.
No, I asked you if you could help me out with it.
How could I help you do something that I couldn't do for myself?
Okay.
No, but answer the question.
All right. Okay.
I didn't get myself verified. I woke up one day and there it was.
And the first thing you said, oh, no, well, he will definitely ask somebody when the guy comes in.
I said you'd probably ask him because I know.
Why would I do that?
Because I know it's important to you.
Do I do that with guests? Do I do that with guests? Do I ever fucking interact with guests? I'm the one who's yelling at everybody for interacting with guests.
All right, I don't have a dagger for you, Ronnie.
No, lately, dude, you do.
You go in circles too.
I go in circles?
Yeah, you do. In a month it'll be JD again, and then in a month it'll be somebody else.
I don't go in circles, dude.
You have a
me and JD's thing is a fucking shtick thing, okay? And everybody knows that.
Everybody does?
Yeah, everybody knows that.
John, did you know that?
I found out about it down the road.
Right.
Initially, I didn't think that was the case.
Okay. All right.
But this seems serious, Ronnie. I didn't know you were that upset with Gary.
Whatever. Dude. I'm not upset with him. I just can't. His attitude with me, like, totally sucks. Totally fucking sucks.
I don't know what to say.
Well, can you give me an example?
There's nothing to say. I don't want to say anything. I don't have any examples right now in my head. I can't think of them right now.
It's a feeling.
But, yeah, it's definitely a feeling, because every chance you get, you fucking put me down like I'm some kind of piece of shit. And even if I'm not in here.
All right.
So I know you're referring to...
So I guess I can't crack any more jokes.
No, you can crack everything. You can do whatever you want. I don't care, dude.
I think it's cracking jokes, not putting you down. But I guess there's a fine line.
No.
And I guess whatever relationship we had that was funny isn't funny anymore.
The show is the show, and I don't care. You can do whatever you want. But my feeling, I know what my feeling is, okay? And that's it. There's no
See, I would feel worse if I was like walking through the halls bad-mouthing you, which I dare you to find anybody who would say that I'm doing that.
He is. No, I didn't say. I never said that.
I dare you to find anybody credible.
Every chance you get, you fucking put me down.
Ronnie, is he...
Lately. It's not all the time. It's not up until, I would say, a year ago.
Wow, it's a whole year that I've been giving you a hard time.
Not giving me Gary, I'm not saying you're
putting you down is giving you a hard time.
Not to me. Not me personally in my face. It's like on the air with
I got it. I know what you're saying.
Do you think that he's doubting your professionalism?
No, dude, I don't know, dude. It's got nothing to do with
No, because of what you brought up today. You said Gary would, of course, think that you would talk to the guy.
Well, he said it. Well, I heard it. I heard him say it.
I'm telling you I said it. You don't have to hear it.
Yeah, I heard it. No, I heard it. I don't know what
I'm looking you in the eye, and I'm saying I said it.
I don't know what would make you even think that. Have I ever done that with a guest? Ever?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know the answer to that. Probably not. I clearly didn't think about it as much as you think about it.
Okay. Fine.
Everybody's out to get Ronnie.
No, I didn't say everybody.
But that's what it sounds like sometimes.
All right, fine. Okay.
Pat in Buffalo, you're on the wrap-up.
I got that thing, that complex or whatever.
A little bit.
What Howard says, Whatever Howard says goes, so, you ride,
Ronnie, you're my hero.
with it.
Go ahead, Pat.
Ronnie, you're my hero, Ronnie. That's all I got to say, man. I think what it is, bottom line is that your success is going to Gary's head and driving him up a fucking wall. And it's making him jealous, but not throwing pitch, motherfucker. Just enjoy Ronnie's success right now. Give him his 15 minutes of fame. The guy makes the show what it is today. It's explosive when he's on. It makes people listen, and it makes people show how much of an asshole you are, Gary. It comes full circle. You rip on Richard and Sal last year. You jumped on them when they were starting to get bigger and bigger. And it's okay if you can't throw a baseball. We understand, dude. Just go read a fucking book.
I actually wrote a book. You can read it.
Gary, are you envious of Ronnie's success?
Oh,
is that what this is?
Right. Come on,
off the record,
this is stupid.
I'm a little upset about Topless taking over Baba Booey.
No, I don't think so. And then, now it's getting... See, this is stupid.
It's getting silly.
No, I know you're being real, but I'm following up on what that guy was saying.
Well, I'm not listening to what that guy is saying. I'm just saying for other things, okay? It's got nothing to do with what the guy said.
So how could you guys work this out? I mean, you shouldn't be uncomfortable up here, Ronnie.
I'm not uncomfortable.
I'm not uncomfortable. You are if you feel that Gary's trash and you left and right.
I go and talk to Gary every day what I have to talk to him about, and it's fine. I have no problem with Gary. It's just that, I hear the way he talks about me. That's all.
When I took a women's studies course at Penn State, and before we took the course, we all had to sign a contract that we'd make it a safe environment and empowering for everybody. Maybe we should do that here.
What safe environment? I didn't threaten anybody. What are you talking about?
No,
there's no threats here.
Where you're comfortable
I'm just stating how I feel. That's all. I'm not allowed to state my opinion.
Yeah. No, that's what
According
I'm
to
saying.
John,
We
you're
should
allowed to
always-
call in and state your opinion. I'm calling in right now. I'm stating my opinion.
I'm saying
this
we
is
should
how
all be
I fucking
supportive.
feel.
No, you should. I'm just saying. I could tell Gary's taken aback. He's surprised. You
I'm
could see this
surprised.
coming, right?
No, I'm surprised. I didn't think that you would think this, but I don't feel bad about it because I don't think what he's saying is true. I think sometimes we crack jokes on the show, and sometimes people get sensitive. I don't think that I've been hammering you.
It's not even that.
But it is. You're saying that every time.
It's nothing about jokes.
So what is it, Ron?
But they are jokes. But you don't see them as jokes.
No, there's a lot. The way you say it, it's not joking. That's the whole thing, Gary. If I could get tape for them to play back that shit that I can remember, but I can't remember everything offhand. I heard what I heard today, and it was serious the way you said it.
Yeah,
about me asking the guy from Twitter
I
tomorrow.
think that is that the
I wouldn't fucking do that.
Is that a horrible thing that Ronnie might ask the guy from Twitter to be verified? Is that like it's not like he was
because
stealing money?
If Howard thought I was doing something like that, he'd be pissed off. And so it wouldn't be a joke to him.
Were you saying on air or off air you thought he would do it?
I thought maybe when he's talking to me, listen, it's not like the guy's going to sit down and Ronnie's going to go, hey, verify me. But he might say, hey, I got my Twitter account. It's really cool. And just start the conversation.
Like, oh, it'd be cool if I was verified.
When we started this show today, we were saying how when he first comes in, Ronnie lets him in casual conversation, it might come up.
Right. That's exactly right.
Not Ronnie's going to corner him and say, hey, I need to do this.
Exactly.
That's not the case.
But if he says...
But that's what Ronnie heard, by the way. What you just said is what Ronnie heard, but not what we said.
I didn't know being verified was that important to you.
It's not, dude. The only good part about being verified, I can't have these fucking guys busting my balls.
Oh, you mean...
And have my fucking account shut down. Not that I... Look, I said yesterday, you shut my account down, I can't get it back, that's fine with me. I was at the point yesterday I'm not going to go fucking crazy over this.
So how'd you get it back?
You were complaining, and...
How'd I get it back?
Yeah, who'd you call?
Okay. I told it on the air real quick.
Oh, this is the 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗱 girl.
Yeah,
right?
so when this all happened...
I got it. You got shut down. So who do you call to get it? Because it's hard to call somebody at Twitter. There's nobody to call.
I didn't call.
Somebody did it for me.
The 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗱 called. She's the one who filed the complaint for me originally. She helped me out.
Got it.
First, me and Sal
I got it. No, I heard all that.
Me and Sal did it first.
Well, there you go. That's a good first.
No. Me and Sal we filed the complaint, and I don't think Sal ever got an answer to it. So then the 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗱 girl, who supposedly knows all these Twitter people or whatever, she's so involved with it. This, okay, whatever she does, she got in touch with Twitter. And then when they shut my account down, because she helped me fill out, there's like a form.
Got it.
Then I faxed in all the shit I was supposed to fax in, my driver's license, a business card, all this kind of bullshit to prove who I was, everything. And then yesterday they shut my account down instead of shutting the other account down. So No, I understand. You're repeating yourself. I understand all this. I was just trying to figure out how you got it turned on again. She did it. I don't know how she did it, but she did it. Within like 5 minutes.
Maybe she's Twitter.
Maybe she is. Who the fuck knows?
You should have asked her to be verified.
I'm going, hey, Xena, verify me.
She's working on it, she said. Hey, I didn't ask her to do it.
But you can't work on it.
Gary, who do you think wants to be verified more?
JD. JD,
yeah, JD
absolutely
wants to be verified.
I think Ronnie would like it a lot.
I think Ronnie would love it if he was verified. And JD wasn't.
But hold on, I think this.
You're gonna wait. You wouldn't love it if you got verified.
Yeah,
and JD
I would.
didn't.
Okay, I would. But you know what? Me and JD, we always got along, no matter what. Okay, even if we fought, we always got along.
I thought you and Gary always got along.
So did I. We do. And by the way, I don't believe you when you say you and JD always got along. There was a period of time where you guys were in here.
With my show,
and it wasn't shtick, and you were fucking
with the
pissed.
show, yeah, I was pissed about that.
So you didn't always get along.
Yeah, but it started off as a joke, and it wound up to be, because
right, he started joking with you, and then all of a sudden you didn't see the joke.
No, but then because all of a sudden he got the power, and then he really fucking became.
But you didn't see the joke in him getting the power?
Yeah, I saw the joke in that. But still, somebody took this fucking show away from you. Would you be happy? Would you? If a guy like JD if Benji got the power and just said, you know what, Gary, your show sucks. I'm taking it away from you. Would you be happy about it?
What are you going to do? That's part of work on the show. Yeah, I wouldn't be happy about it, but you understand that the only reason he took the show away from you is because he knew how upset you'd be and get a great reaction out of you. It had nothing to do with power.
Yeah, okay, so so whatever. So now I never got the show back. So it wasn't a joke, obviously.
All right.
Right or wrong?
True.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we talked about the big Twitter verification competition between me, Ronnie, Kaplan, Brian Phelan, and ultimately the old man won out. And watch us discuss it, and I tried to hide my jealousy and sadness.
All right, now let's get down to the verification process.
Yes.
So all along, the plan was to have Biz verify someone here, and a lot of people wanted to be verified with different interests.
Yes, a lot of us wanted that.
And going in, it seemed like I thought JD was going to get it. We talked about it on the show. He wanted it, but Jason went in there, Phelan went in there, a couple other guys went in. And as it turns out, Ronnie is the one who gets verified. And the reason Biz gave was because other people had been posing as Ronnie. But Ronnie's been on Twitter for what?
3 weeks?
A couple of weeks.
But he also said, I thought the other important thing he brought up was a lot of people wanted it for the wrong reason, meaning you shouldn't want to be on Twitter. Like Phelan said he wanted to be famous. That cut him right out. JD said he wanted to meet girls.
No, I never said I wanted to meet girls.
You said you wanted to get laid, I thought.
No, Howard brought that up.
And you said, yeah, that'd be cool.
No.
But
Go
Ronnie
ahead.
had that compelling part, but he also had the fact, and this is what Biz said, that Twitter accidentally knocked him off of Twitter when they were trying to get the fake
Right.
Ronnie off of Twitter. He said that was part of his decision making.
Kind of like a make good.
But do you think that JD or Jason or any of the guys who didn't get it could have done something differently to have been verified?
Well, I said to JD that he probably needed to be. I thought his argument was as good as Ronnie's. He's just not as forceful when he speaks. JD's just sort of like, I'd like to be on it, but Ronnie was like, here's where I need to be on it. He was like, bang, 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 and then the whole time he was going 30 seconds.
Well, when he was calling out the 30 seconds,
I get that.
That was so funny.
But he was looking at his watch. He was taking that very seriously,
yes.
right,
So
JD?
he looked right over it. I was expecting like a little hint of a smirk. He was all business. That was business, Ronnie.
He can count. The boy
We
can count.
all have, I think. I'm sure from the show. I know I do. I know you guys have said you do. We all have impersonators. And that's the nature of the internet and the nature of our show. So I bet we all will be verified eventually.
I spoke to the people in the green room. There's a woman that was with him who he told me is like the heartbeat of Twitter. She's been with him before it was Twitter, when it was that other company. And she's like their tech person. She's got like a laptop and a phone. And she was asking me about my verification. I said, I don't know how it happened. And I was telling her about the timing of it, which was, I think I went on Twitter about a year ago. I got verified like not too long after. And she said, yeah, she goes, I don't know. She goes, it's a lot harder to get done now. Almost like I sort of slipped in before they were working on it a little bit harder. She said that maybe because I had it, she's like, if you have it linked to a website, that helps a lot too for verification.
No, when you got verified, I mean, it might even be harder now, but trust me, when you got verified, it was impossible to get verified.
And I still don't, and she couldn't.
But did they ask, like, I guess someone's heard it on the show. I mean, I wonder if it's all word about. Did they say to you, did anyone ever call you up? Did they ever write you and say, we need your ID?
No.
So how do they even know you're the real Gary?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
God or something.
Why does getting verified mean so much to everyone?
Well, it's two things. It lets everybody know that, that you are who you are. Like he remembered me because I had emailed him once before I knew anything, even before I had a Twitter page, because there was a 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗍 Twitter page that was saying these really terrible things about me, but they weren't completely off the map that you wouldn't believe it. So it would be like, Gary's such a loser. He can't throw a baseball. I wish he would take the kids, So I emailed him and he got that one taken down.
And now joining us is the newly verified Ronnie Munn.
Do you see what he's wearing on his suit?
I can't
Somebody
say.
put a giant blue check mark on his suit.
Verified.
Now, Ronnie, you made a very strong case for being verified, but somebody pointed out a month ago you weren't even on Twitter. Why the change?
A little over a month.
It would be. I would call it meteoric.
A little over a month.
I mean, it's tremendous rise.